I had to actually walk from one piece of furniture to another to get to the kitchen. And so the total benefit was not only physically, but also socially. I keep my confidence, confidence, my self-esteem, or just so much that I put myself through that this just totally changed how I look on life. Hello, my name is Bruce White. I had a total hip replacement with Dr. Clegg on August 3rd, 2020, and I feel great. This leg, I noticed that was getting smaller. My muscles were deteriorating, and when I would stand up straight, my left heel would be at the top of my right ankle. That's how much my leg had shrunk. And my first impression when I went in to visit Dr. Clegg, he is a confident man that he knows what he can do. And I believed him. And as a matter of fact, I said, so you can do a miracle. And he said, no, he said, I can't perform miracles, but when I get done, he said, you're probably going to feel like you've had one because of the shape you were in. And so I was totally at ease with the staff, from the receptionist to the nurses. I mean, there was never any doubt. After he told me he could fix me up, it was like visiting friends. Each visit was a pleasure.
We got some x-rays and scans of his hips, and the plan was to go in and take where the bone had actually fused into place, and we took that part down and sort of took out the old arthritic hip and gave him a new hip joint. Okay, and by doing that, we were able to bring the hip back down to where it was supposed to be, bringing his legs out to the correct length so that both legs matched up. And that in turn, we talked would help his back problems and other issues he was having. And so once we kind of came up with our game plan, he came in, we were able to do the procedure like we do all of our hip replacements, from the anterior approach, where we do not have to cut any muscles to get in there. And so we were able to do that with Bruce and give him a new hip joint, balance out his legs. He did, initially really well. He was up walking just a few hours afterwards, really that hip moving for the first time in years, which was great to see.
When I went in, the waiting room was never crowded. Everybody wore their mask, and the chairs were 6 feet apart. I never had any concerns in the office of any kind of COVID risk. Anybody who is going through pain and they're just afraid of surgery or don't want to hear what's going on, there's really no need to put it off, because Dr. Clegg could fix you right up. When I see people out and struggling or limping really bad, my first instinct is to walk up and tell them, I said, I know a guy who can fix you right up, because he fixed me right up.